What's up, everybody? It's Nixter here, and in this video I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my UCS style Mos Eisley Cantina MOC. If you're interested in building this for yourself, the instructions are going to be available at Rubricable, and you can find the link for that down in the description below. Before I actually get into my build of the cantina, I just want to say that the cantina wasn't actually filmed at the same location as the scene of the exterior, so that did leave for some empty spaces within the interior of my cantina, but right here I've just got some of the reference material that I used to base the exterior of the cantina off of, because you don't see it in the movie and you only see that one front angle. Right here is a comparison between that diorama and the actual building they used to film the scene. You can see that there's not actually anything there. And here I have the blueprints for the bar that I used, because I feel like the bar is really the centerpiece of the entire cantina and it really stands out during the scene in the movie. So getting into my build, I tried to keep it as movie accurate as possible. Everything in this is to scale. The one thing that isn't actually is just that little U-shaped thing on top of the roof, but that's just a detail and I couldn't make it any smaller and also make it look like it needed to. You can see that I have a black door in the way of the entrance, because in the movie, again, there's not actually an entrance to a building. However, in this build, you can slide that over and it does give you access to the interior of the building. Right here, I have a shot of the door that the Jawas are standing in front of when Luke enters the cantina, along with the area where the dewback is parked off the side. This is just a full-on view of the side of the cantina. You can see that I've got some moisture vaporators off to the side on the back, just to kind of give the build some height. Here's a better view of one of the moisture vaporators. This is the cleaner of the two, and I've also got more detailing going along the side of the wall and of course on the ground to just make it seem broken up and uneven. Didn't want to keep it too tiled off. Got some supports coming out of the back of the building, again just to break up the side. There wasn't really any pictures or details of this to reference, so I just had to give it my own touch, and I think that it looks pretty authentic. You can see off to the right there is a little Jawa sleeping area. It's kind of like a little homeless hut for a Jawa. It's got a canopy above it with just a little reference to an older set that I used to have. On the other side of that, there's a dumpster with some drink canisters laying next to it. As for the wall, there's just more kind of not really greebling, but just details breaking up the smoothness of the wall. And here you can see that there is a back entrance to the cantina, along with another area that kind of sticks out to the side that's raised up a little bit. This is a view of the entire front-ish side. You can see the front entrance there, even though that is angled away from it, but you can see more wall detailing. In this shot, you can see where the dumpster is in relation to this, but more wall detailing and just a little area in the wall where a speeder may have driven through and crashed into the side of the building, exposing little bits of some rebar and leaving a pile of sand and stuff in the way where that was. Moving on to the interior of the cantina, you can see the 3 seats that are behind Luke when he's entering and being told the droids can't come in, and you have the droid detector there as well. This is just a shot of the archway where you would come in from. You can see there are tables all around. I've got some light details and the striping going along the walls to try to stay accurate to the movie. This also is a little nod to the original cantina set from 2004. I couldn't get it to go above the archways because this is made out of Lego bricks, so that was as far as I could go with that striping. And these are just more shots of the actual booths in the cantina, more kind of a straight-on angle of them. This is the left side now. This is left front first booth is also angled like the one on the opposite side, and you can see there's just kind of random lights and different colors in different places, and all of the windows, quote-unquote windows, are in on different heights. Right here I've got a view of the little back area kind of behind the bar off to the left where you do see some people sitting in the movie. So I've got a table with some stools there. And further to the left from them, I've got the bathrooms. Can't really attach capes on studio, so those bars are just left empty right now. I do have a sink back here with a shelf to put the clean glasses on. I thought this was appropriate for a bar because I didn't know what would be back in this area. And right here I've got Chilum's office, who is the owner of the cantina, and he's got some monitors up there on the wall with a mug on his desk, and he does have a rack of confiscated weapons, which are actually references to other things in the Star Wars universe mostly. Right here I've got a shot of the back room behind the bar with some jars of liquids of unknown kinds and some drawers to put more things in. Finally, I've got a view here of the bar from the back room. You're looking out towards the front of the cantina from here, and now we see the entire bar in its entirety with the super extravagant gold tubes going all down the middle of it. I really wanted the bar to be full size, and I wanted the center area to be as accurate as possible to the movie, so I tried not to cut any corners and use the blueprints from the movie to place most of the canisters that you see going along the bars that make up the tubes for the liquids. And here I have some more shots. You can see some of the gaps that unfortunately are left over when trying to combine this interior with an exterior shell that doesn't actually belong. And I couldn't get anything to fit into the, I believe it was the power room off to the left there, so that had to be left blank. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my build of the Mos Eisley Cantina. I plan on coming out with future updates with time and adding more details, especially to the backside. I'd like to add a market to the back and possibly even more detailing to the insides of the cantina. But that's all I've got, so thanks for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.